More quick news. White House says Putin supports Trump's idea of a pause on energy infrastructure attacks on Ukraine. You have the Trump administration considering relating to either a ban or a suspension on 41 countries, relating to visa and different things. That's on the Hindustan report. I seen a report that military so-called black men razor bumps, they can be under a new policy, can be kicked out of military service. And I see reports relate to Trump I see reports related to they want a more segregated military. You know what I mean? I seen a report that relating to I don't know how accurate it is or true, relating to allegedly about not having Marines, you know what I mean, black Marines, you know what I mean. Let me see if I find it. I've seen it somewhere. Let me see something. Let me check something real quick. Let me just type something. See what it comes up with. Yeah, something here. A black Medal of Honor recipient was removed from the U.S. DoD, Department of Defense website. That's what I was saying. Relating to Marine Corps is kicking out Marines over razor bumps. The scriptures talks about 1927, Leviticus talking about thou shalt not shave relating to the corners of your beard. You know what I mean? And of course, you know, shaving, you know, when they shave, the bumps, razor bumps comes because ingrown hair goes back into that hair follicle and causes razor bumps, man. You know what I mean? So that was a report right here. I see somebody posted relating to that. And we know the military, Trump wants a more segregated military, man. U.S. Marines removed from duty, demand accountability for military leadership. You know what I mean? So we see Trump wants a more segregated military, man. This video is talking about that. You know what I mean? Let me see what else with quick news. It's not going to be a long report. Really, America, you had a Doge report talking about how it's going to affect everyday lives, relating to the veterans, relating to different departments being cuts that could slow down due process for example, tax returns could be delayed, or you know, the due process relating to that in different departments. Let me see if I can get it real quick. That's a Now This Impact report. Seen it earlier. Let me see. Let me just get it real quick. Here you go. This is just quick. So that can affect relating to appointments and claim processes. The due process of claim processing could be a lot slower. Related to your taxes, getting it back at a timely manner could be affected. Healthcare, that could be affected related because of the layoffs. And also related to clinical trials for different funding for clinical trials for different things could be delayed. Also food safety concern, business accountability. You have certain watchdogs, so-called, aka allegedly watchdogs, related to fraud, they being removed because they probably didn't fit with the agenda. Justice Department, And let me see. You have travel related to TSA agents and different things that affects different things, security and different things. Due process relating to what their functionality is. Department of Energy can disrupt relating to nuclear security, clean energy projects, power grid management, and they have funding related to programs that was going to help, because you have an antiquated or dilapidated, outdated power grid that needs to be upgraded, man. It's ancient. So they have programs for funding for that. That could be delayed. And you have education, where Department of Education would be cut, and pretty much that program, department being cut, marginalized students, or funding marginalized students, underserved, marginalized or students, or particularly those are affected relating to funding and different things, special ed needs, marginalized, funded, underserved communities relating to these education being affected, and most of them, and predominantly minority areas, minority people of color are affected the most relating to those slash. EPA, which is Environmental Protection Agency, with that being affected, protocols can be compromised, potentially leading to, be different things, man. So all these have a purpose. Parks and rangers, maintenance services, forests, wildfires, effects related to the cleanliness, the functionality and pretty much the everyday related to these areas, man. So this was just something quick. We'll see what else we have related to report. This relates to more news reports. You have Crux. Post. Let me see. You have these astronauts coming back from a mission. It's not doing here really. So this is just something quick related to that. It's quick news. Related to stock market decline, related to these tech pullbacks from Microsoft to Tesla. You have related to that. And a lot of these companies took hits, so-called, You had a Lebanese professor deported after the court order prevented it. Demonstrators relating to gathering in D.C. that goes to the veterans, relating to the Trump's policies. You have 2nd Ezra 15. Let me get that real quick. I'll get it from the KJ. Woe to them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draw from that nigh. When people shall stand up and fight against another, swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. The course of their actions shall stand in their power. Part of that sedition, mutiny, uprising, protest are part of that. And man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able. Because of their pride, the city shall be in trouble. For many great misery shall happen in the latter times with them that dwell therein, because they walk greatly in pride, man. That's what you're seeing, the condition of the relating to society, man. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy the houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of a lack of bread, and for great tribulation. Alas, alas, have never been a time since Jacob's trouble, but ye shall be saved from it. You know what I mean? Jacob's trouble, different things that's going to happen. You know. So you're seeing precursively, incrementally, little by little, because these people are still dumbed down and asleep. Relating to, they're not satisfied. Relating to how pretty much government's run, man. So you're seeing dissatisfaction related to over policies, man. You know what I mean? So we seeing that the precursors to that. And this is just something sure I hope it helps related to information. This is Zion Wolf, Shalom.